So I'm a volunteer. I volunteer with City Square at the Opportunity Center, with the Walking Case Management unit, and Daniil with the outreach team is located in the same building, and so have interacted with her ever since then. She just lives her life and is constantly living as a teacher. She has taught me so much in terms of just her seemingly endless patience, her her extensive empathy that she has, and the way she's able to communicate with clients and engage with them, with neighbors, and engages with them in a way that is supportive and sensitive to their needs, and she never gets tired of working with neighbors. Just thank you for being an example to all of us. You are never, you always have time. You never lose patience. You never lose enthusiasm or empathy for the neighbors that you serve. And just really appreciate you as a resource to help me as a volunteer, but also to the city and the neighbors that are in need.
David always says that if there's anyone who wants to get better, and if there's anyone who wants to get better in their job, and there's anything he can do to help, his time is your time. So he always tells us that if it's anything I can do to help you get better, just know your time is my time. And I'm always available to you to make time to help you to be better or to do better in whatever it is that we're doing. David was selected to train volunteers 101 in our Housing First program, mainly because of his past experience with Austin Street and in the Rapid Rehousing Program or Housing First program. Just knowing the logistics of it and the steps that needed to be taken in order to be to do a job that would be well done or suitable for our clients. Just going step by step as to what the procedures are, and making sure that everyone was on track or on board with how the steps go and how the process goes with doing the Housing First program. I think would probably be one of the reasons that David was chosen to do the volunteer program for the Housing First project. So I will say thank you, David, for all your hard work and all your selflessness and patience that you've shown to us at Austin Street. Thank you for being so transparent and for sharing your information and knowledge with us. We appreciate all that you do here at Austin Street.
Christine has been in the field for decades and she loves the work. She is so passionate about working with victims of domestic violence, just anybody who needs that extra support. She's there. She walks alongside clients. She is so creative in figuring out what a client needs. One word that I would use to describe Christine is passionate. She has a fire in her belly for working with victims of domestic violence, working with our clients. It is not only her education and her work experience, but it is her lifestyle. It is how she has chosen to be an advocate in her own life, in the books that she reads and conversations that she has with her family and friends as well. Christine, I am so proud of you. I cannot think of anybody who deserves this award more than you. You are a light and an energy at Shelter, bringing your joy and excitement and passion in everything that you do. So thank you for all of your hard work, and I look forward to working with you for years to come. You're not allowed to leave. So thank you, Christine.
Her energy made it made me feel comfortable to be myself in front of her, relax, because dealing with domestic violence is kind of hard to share or be yourself because of what has happened to you. And she made me feel real comfortable with sharing certain things as my caseworker. It's very hard starting over, the motivation. She gave me the motivation, like, I can do it. She sat down and we actually went through a format of short-term to long-term reachable goals with me, setting budget for myself, because it's not easy transitioning from a abusive relationship, mentally, physically, financially, and emotionally. And she helped me with that. She gave me the courage to continue to live, not just alone, but better. Miss Terry, I love you. I appreciate all you have done for me. I thank you for listening to all my problems. I'm thankful for you allowing me to think for myself. I'm thankful that you was my case manager. You are a great mentor.
When I saw the title Radiant Rookie, she was my immediate thought, because she, as a person, is so radiant. She is just a ray of sunshine for our office, for staff and clients alike. She just brought with her a huge, fresh breath of air, especially in the midst of all the changes going on. She in particular has had some clients who have been very difficult to house based on their rental background. One in particular had over $20,000 worth of apartment debt, and with that, all of the kind of evictions, broken leases that kind of go along with that. And Jenny just did not give up. She assured the client, like, we've got this, we're going to get you housed. We are going to make sure that you and your children have a place to be, before the holidays, because I know that was a client's huge worry. And was just such an amazing presence for that client. She walked her through each step. She was there for her every step of the way. And when the client got denied for apartments, Jenny was there to say, it's okay. We've got this. I'm here for you. Let's kind of go over what can we do different next time? What can we look for in the next place? And she just really was so great for that particular client in that process, to see her, even so new to the process and everything herself, just really help that client along and make it a positive experience instead of something that can be kind of demoralizing sometimes when you get rejected time and time again. She really made that a very positive experience for the client. Jenny, we are so lucky to have you during this very crazy time at the agency and in our community. In a time when a lot of change and transition has occurred, even though you are new to our team, you have been a rock and a great support for staff and clients alike. And we are just so fortunate to have you and your personality just brightening up our day every day. And we thank you for all the wonderful ideas and knowledge that you share with us and bring to the table.
So since he's been on here with us on staff for maybe about 5 months or so, and I mean, since he's gotten here, he's just kind of hit the ground running. He's got being new, he's kind of got a lot of weird folks on his caseload, in the fact that they've maybe have been not as successful with other people for whatever reason. But I joked in the narrative that he seems to have gotten a lot of people who will like threaten to go to City Hall or write a letter to the CEO just for some innocuous reason, and that's like his caseload. And he's been very successful with that. Literally everyone on his caseload, they've been sticking around, they've been staying on their mat, they've been taking their medication, they've been employed, and they're actively working on a future plan, which has been great because these are some of the folks that he have been here for years. And we all work in very difficult, high stress environments, and he's always just been even keeled, like I said earlier, consistent. You know exactly what you're going to get with him. And I think it's kind of been a breath of fresh air for everybody because, like I said, we don't have easy jobs. And so it's always nice, especially when somebody new comes in and they're not nervous and they're up to the challenge. And Matt has been up to the challenge since day one. Matt, we're very happy you're here. We appreciate the impact that you're making with our guests, and we hope you stick around and continue assisting us with homeless recovery.
She's like a nice person and help people that don't speak a lot language, like different language. And she, how do I say? She helped me a lot when I got here. She worked hard. She do her job, her help people. I want to say thank you for help me, for be there for me those days that I needed.
She listens, and she solves problems that I didn't even think I would be able to get to. She listens to me. She solves problems, and she's awesome. I came here with no identification of any kind, and I've only been here since the end of August, and I've already gotten my my Social Security card, my ID, Texas ID card, my voter's registration card, and I'm filed for my disability already. And without Tammy, I don't think that would have happened that way. She genuinely cares, and she's awesome. I keep saying that, but that's because that's the high praise I can give her, is that she's awesome. She listens and she cares and she makes things happen. She genuinely cares about her people, and that, I mean, it's not just about her job, it's about her people themselves. And I say Tammy she's so intelligent, she's so good at making things happen, and I'm glad that she's my case manager. I would say thank you, Tammy, for all you've done to help me, and all the things that you've helped me with. Thank you for being on my side. I thank you for caring about my situation. And I thank you for the times when I was out of line and you put me back in line, because I think you're awesome, Tammy, and I think you deserve so much. You are great at what you do. And I thank you that you're my case manager. I thank you that you care about me, because I know that you do.
Well, I just met Jody, I think like almost two years ago. I was coming off the streets. I'd been kicked out of another program, and I was like one of the hardest, clients it is, because the program that Jody works is Safe Havens. It's the extents. We got 24-hour staff because we need extra help. I've been put out of 2 other programs, and I had a lot of problems. So for the first 6 months I was at Safe Haven, I didn't trust nobody. I was talking to the other staff member. I didn't trust Jody, but when I finally started talking to her, because she was the case manager, I was talking to other people that was there, the black people that was there. But when I finally talked to Miss Jody, and then once the other staff members couldn't help me, they said, "Well, Miss Jody," I'm like, "I don't want to talk to her, man." They said, "You just got to trust her." And I was telling her all the stuff I've been through, and she was like, I'm not going to apologize for what other people did. I can say it's wrong, but that's not who I am. So once she was typing out my homeless program, and I got to really talk to her, it took 3-4 weeks, and, hour here, hour there, and I started trusting her, you know what I'm saying? She was the type of person that I met that I've been always looking for, You're supposed to be here for the money because you have a family and rent to pay. But, you're supposed to come here, to have a heart. You have to have a heart and care to work this type of environment. You have to. Once Jody heard my story on the things that I've been through, she showed compassion and understanding of situations like that, what I've been through. So to understand Jody, you have to understand how she listens to you. and she was compassionate about, like, she got to know you, see what you've been through, and she felt what you've been through, and then that's how she worked with you. She works with everybody on an individual basis. You know, you can't work with nobody. Well, I tell you, that's why she's special. See what I'm saying? Like, if it's 4 different homeless persons, everybody's different. She's gonna listen to what that person is and find out that person needs, and she's gonna go with it there, because each one of us is different. That's what makes her special. Jody, I really didn't trust you, but I'm glad I met you, and it's been a blessing from God to be your client, and I appreciate what you've done for me, and I appreciate what you do for all the other clients. And Metro Care need more people like you and not less. And may God bless you in any way that he feel you need and reward you. You know what I'm saying? And I really do appreciate you, because I know I'm one hot mess.
I nominated Karina Solis because she pretty much saved my life this year. One of her case clients, and I had a relapse into addiction, and I called her and asked for help because I didn't know where else to go. And she was perfect in that she didn't enable. She kept, I said, I need to check in with you every day till I get myself sober. It's been incredible. I mean, I've worked with her for, I think, over a year now. I've never had a case manager that was this thorough, timely, and not too invasive. When she brought me the check for rent that I needed so that I wouldn't end up homeless, there was just such a connection. I could tell she was just as excited as I was that the rent was paid. So that was wonderful. I mean, and we had even discussed other ways that we could get rent paid if this one didn't work. So there were multiple options. So I really never worried much about it. I knew it was taken care of. She would help me at least find something. Karina, you already know I think you're the best. So here you go. You are the best. Thank you.
The first time I met Lisa, it was at the Heroes House. I just came from a domestic violence shelter. It was me and my kids, and I was kind of like in a lost place, kind of went through a lot and needed some help. And she just so happened to be my caseworker, and she was able to give me everything I needed. Lisa was she was always there. She helped me with showing me how to do my finances, from that to, just being a shoulder to cry on, somebody to vent to. Lisa was always giving me the encouraging words, just to kind of keep my head up. And she was just there. Like, even after I left and transitioned out of the Promise House, I had been diagnosed with breast cancer. So I had to have a bilateral mastectomy, which is having both of my breasts removed. And she was there. She came. She came, and I woke up out of surgery, and I saw her face, and I was just touched. I was just like, she's just still there. And she's still there to this day. So she really inspires me a lot. Just her heart. I feel like she's an angel to me. If she's like to me if she's to everyone else what she is to me, I would say angel. And I say that just because of how she makes me feel, the things that she does for people, the things that she's done for me, how she's impacted my life. And if she's doing the same thing for everyone else that she does for me, then she is an angel. I would just say, congratulations, sweetie. You deserve this award. You are an amazing person. Your heart is beautiful, and you inspire me. And I love you.
I remember one time during my addiction, when I was in my addiction, and I was coming in and out the bridge, and I never wanted to stay here. And Robert told me, he said, Pauline, you're not going to be able to get anywhere if you don't sit still.
And somewhere, even in my struggle going back and forth in and out these stores, I remember that. And it stuck with me. Even when I was out there in my addiction, I was like, he said I gotta sit still. And I remember that. And that's what helped, one of the things that helped me make a decision to come back here. I see Robert every week. Um, he's my case manager, and they have tried to give me other people, but not to say that they're not awesome as well. But Robert's my favorite, and he's kind of like stuck it out with me through the end, through the beginning, and I'm here with him to the bitter end. He's an awesome guy, and I'm a little selfish about him. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to deal with nobody but Robert. He's a no. Where is he at? He's the only one that knows what I'm going through. That it's not going to give me the oh, it'll be all right. He's like okay, but he's always soft. He's very soft spoken and very um what is the word I'm looking for? He just He's just Robert. Nobody is like him. He's a very pleasant guy, very good guy, very humble. And that's one of the really things I like about him, that he's so humble. Even when I'm screaming off my head, he's very calm and he talks to me rational. I never heard him yell or anything. He's just a real wholesome guy. I really like him. I would say, Robert, I appreciate your being here and being able to assist me and help me as I continue to help myself transpire from one step to the next. Thank you so much.